Hello, 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 my tea drops and tea sippers. How is everyone doing? How is everyone doing tonight? Come on in, come on in, come on in. Hit that like button on your way in. Hit the like button on your way in. I'm just getting my light together here if I can. Um, Yep, come on in, guys. Y'all girl is back at it again. Can't get right. It's back at it again. Baby, Claressa Shields is all, let me just say CS, because she is talking about suing people. So, y'all act like y'all ain't hyped up. Hello, 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 hello. Come on in, everybody. We're going to have a good time tonight. Hello, Jonetta Speaks, my tea sipper. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Diana Lily. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Bernice. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Daphne, my tea sipper. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Aries, my tea sipper. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Ophelia. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Proud Mimi, my tea sipper. Hello, hello, hello. Bernice. Hello, hello, hello. Jonetta Speaks. Hello. Hello, Helen. Yes, welcome to the Tea Cafe. Let me make sure. Everybody hit that like button as you come in. Hello, Sonia, my tea sipper. Hello, hello, hello. Let's see what else is in here. Hello, Time with Twist. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, Claressa done put her own foot in her own mouth. Hello, Carol. Hello, hello, hello. So, is Claressa Shields lying? And then are the cheating rumors that Papoose has another woman up in Miami? So are those rumors true? And the receipts she's hiding. Let me tell y'all something. Claressa lying. First, you told us you didn't even know who this man was. Well, if you don't know who he was, how did this man have your personal cell phone number and y'all texting each other back and forth? How does that work out? Let me know how does that work out? You should have showed those text messages because that didn't do nothing but expose you for one damn thing. You were trying to go so fast in those text messages like we wasn't catching on. Y'all were talking. So how are you going to talk to somebody you don't know? Those text messages, no. I don't even know why she brought those out. Because he told her in a text message, you didn't say you had a man that was talking to somebody until you got caught. So if y'all don't have a relationship and y'all don't know each other, what is this conversation that y'all got going on? How do y'all have each other's number? How does he know what your house looked like in the inside? You didn't address anything about the bed, he said, that got the TV coming out of it. You didn't address nothing about the furniture. He said the pool in the back. He said he can describe the whole inside of your house. So if you and him didn't talk at all, how does he know how the inside of your house look? Just say he was there maybe for a Christmas party. Just say that. People that you don't know be in your bedroom, and then how does he know the TV come up out the bed? Trying to figure that out. Trying to figure that out. Let me know. I'm trying to figure it out. So that's why I say this girl is lying. She is lying. Hello, double A. She always has to justify. Yes. Hello, Lisa, my tea sipper. Hello, hello, hello. Now, like I said yesterday, 50 Cent was not talking to you, Claressa. You need to stay out of men's beef. It didn't have nothing to do with you. You inserted yourself into the fucking beef. He had left, matter of fact, he had left you and Papoose alone. He didn't say shit about y'all. But I think Papoose wanted to get in on the diss, right? Diss and 50 Cent, because he's seen how well T.I. and his kids were doing with the rap beef, that they were getting millions and millions of views, right? So that's why Papoose came back in it. Then Claressa, again, you should have stayed out of it. Like Tiny. Tiny ain't said no one word. She letting her husband and her sons handle it. Like you should let Pap handle it. This is one-on-one. Why are you in it, ma'am? But something that just I'm interested in. Claressa is going out to eat and stuff by herself. I don't see Pap or her friends nowhere in sight. So is she just in California by herself now? Have her friend went back home? Have Pat went back to New York? She's eating by herself. And baby, let me tell y'all something. She could not wait till that fight was over. Look how much food and shit she eating. Oh my goodness. Baby, ever since Claressa had that fight the next day, Claressa been at the restaurant 2 and 3 times a day, eating. And I'm not lying on her. That's what she's been doing. But come on in, y'all. Come on in. We're going to talk about her. Hey, Care Bear. Let's see here. You said right because Pap. Let's see. You said right because Pap has 1 million views on his diss song. Right. That's what I'm saying. Pap could have look. Pap should have been. If he wanted to get back at 50, he could have did that. Why are you waiting until T.I. and his kids start saying something? Then you want to come back months later and get in on the beef. So you reignited the beef. And then Claressa, you didn't have to say shit. That's what you wanted to do. That's what you wanted to do. You wanted to get back in. You wanted to run your mouth. And now that 50 is coming at you, you got a problem with it. So we're going to get on that. Also, the receipts ain't receipting, sis. The receipts ain't receipting. So I would advise you to not use those receipts. It doesn't make any sense. Because to me, they're exposing you as a liar. You do know this man. Now Scrappy is in it. So I don't know if Scrappy's going to come say something or what have you. But Scrappy done seen you get in this man's car. So for somebody you don't know, why was you getting in his car? I just want to know. Was that your little sneaky link? Now that could have been her sneaky link, y'all, because Papoose was in. Yeah, hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that, y'all. But the receipts ain't receipts for me. Because people that you don't know, you wouldn't be getting in their car. Why are you getting this man car? And then why are y'all discussing about, like he telling you, well, that's why I went back to my girlfriend. What? I don't understand this. Then you tell him I did tell you that I was with Pap and that I loved him. He said, yeah, after you got caught. Then they going back and forth. For people that don't know each other, y'all let me know what y'all think about that. She used food to cope. She'll be a heavyweight. Literally. Yeah, I think when she getting ready to fight, she will diet, but other than that, no. Because y'all remember her friend already said that she was a big girl. And she was upset about her weight. And then that's when she came in, moved in with Claressa, and exercise and work to help Claressa get her weight down. Because you can tell by Claressa's bone structure, she is a heavy girl, and her sister is heavy, and her mom is heavy. So she need to eat. She needs to work out. He allegedly drove her in his Bentley to her house. Right. That's what I'm saying. So people that you don't know, you just let them drive you to your home? And that don't make no sense. Lakeisha, welcome. Jonetta Speaks says, I thought Claressa said she would lose weight to qualify for boxing in a lower weight class where the competition is currently. Y'all know she lying. She don't want to fight them people. She don't want to fight them people that really can fight her because she don't want to lose her belt, allegedly. Lakeisha said, Claressa looks more manly than all the men she messed with. Yes! That's why 50 Cent is calling her handsome. She do. He ain't lying. All right, guys, let me get my housekeeping out the way here. Let me get that out the way. Y'all, let's get those likes up. Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976 is on the screen. Fair use. They go to Copyright Act of Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976 is on the screen. Fair use. All things said are alleged in my very own opinion is for entertainment purposes only. I do not own the rights to any music or any clips that you may see on my live. Fair use. Let's see. You said Claressa has fought a lower. Wait a minute. You said Claressa has fought a lower weight class. Well, well, she should not be eating like she's eating now, so she can lose the weight, so she can fight Shadesha Green, Katie, Alicia Baumgartner. Those are people that is in her league. So we're gonna get on that, guys. But the receipts ain't receipt to me. That's just my personal opinion. We can agree to disagree. Do I think Claressa was messing with that man? Yes, I do. That's just my opinion. Y'all could think she was not. Y'all could think he's a fan. Well, how's a groupie or a fan everywhere you are? This man got pictures and videos and things like that. So how did he get that information? And then the information he showed you, you had bought out the strip club of women. You said you bought it out for your friends. We already know you like women, Claressa, and that's okay. But you didn't want to show that on TV, on this here internet. But Bud got it. That you and your friend in a strip club, you bought the strip club out with nothing but women in it. Now, I don't get that, guys. I don't understand why women want to go to the strip clubs where there's women at. I don't want to go to a strip club with no woman at. I want to go with a man at. I don't want to see no poop. But hey, that's Claressa things, allegedly. Now, I know some other women are like that. They want to go to the strip club where the women at. I don't want to see no damn women. I want to see the man. But you do you. Whatever you like, that's what you like. Let me see. You said she held base belts at 4 weight classes. Okay. Look, see, this is the thing. Are we past the 10-minute mark, guys? Yes. Come on in here, guys. This is a grown people's conversation here. We're going to do 40 and up, okay? This is for mature people. We all are not going to agree on the same thing. We're all going to have disagreement. And that's okay. Long as we keep it respectful, I'm good with that. Let's just keep it respectful, and I'm good. You know? So it's okay. Y'all make sure y'all hitting that like button. Come on in, come on in, come on in. All right, y'all. So also we're gonna be talking about Dwight Howard and Amy. We're gonna be talking about Dwight Howard and Amy. My thing is with Dwight Howard, this is 2026. Now, he does not have to come out if he don't want to, but I think if that's what he want to be, how he want to be, he needs to live in his truth. It seems like every woman Dwight Howard gets, he just disregards them like trash. So I think you should be upfront with women and tell them that you're bisexual. And then let them make the choice if they want to be with you. Everything that Amy is saying, Royce had already said that about Dwight Howard and messed up her career. Now she's been vindicated that this is what he do. Now, do I think everything Amy said is true about Dwight Howard? No. Because where did you get those bags of rugs from? Then you put the rugs on your hand, then you go to wipe your nose and stuff with the stuff on your hand. So what's going on here? And then people usually don't put that on their bare hands. They have on gloves. So my personal belief, I think both of them was maybe messing with the powder. I'm just saying, I think both of them was messing with the powder. I'm just going to be honest. I'm not just going to take Amy's side because she's a woman. I'm just saying, I think both of them was messing with the powder, right? I think Dwight Howard married Amy as a beard to try to cover up his other things he had going on the side. It's just my personal opinion. I could be wrong. That's my personal opinion. Mimi said her personal antics have overshadowed her stats. Good call right there, Mimi. So let's talk about it. We're going to talk about Mimi. We're going to talk about Claressa Shields and Papoose, Maserati Bud, 50 Cent. We're going to be talking about Dwight Howard and Amy Luciani. Also, we're going to talk about Candy and Ty. Their divorce is final. And why is Remy Ma and Papoose divorce not even on the records? Let's just be clear. Now we're gonna have some decent conversations, right? Now we're gonna start out with let's start out with Dwight Howard and Amy. I'm trying to figure out, guys. 6 months, Amy was trying to force Dwight Howard. But allegedly, she said her family told her you got to give marriages a chance, things like that, right? But if you knew this man was on the powder, the sugar booger, whatever you want to call it, there would be no working nothing out if it was me. Just said me, allegedly. Because this ain't the first time we had these allegations of Dwight Howard being on the sugar booger, Dwight Howard maybe dressing up with women clothes on or having transgender over at his house and things like that. This is not our first time hearing that. And having, GA white man at his house. This is not our first time hearing that. We hear this a lot with Dwight Howard. So I have always thought that Dwight Howard was bisexual. Even when Roy said it. So I always thought that he was bisexual. I'm not going to say I did it. I did. But if Dwight wants to be that way, he should just come on out with it. Because this is 2026. Everybody is coming on out the closet, doing their thing. So you should be able to live in your truth. That's all I'm saying. You should be able to live in your truth. If that's how you want to be, that's fine. But what I'm thinking is Amy married this man too fast. Like, okay, so Amy knows Chaotic. She knows Dwight Howard. She has a lot of male friends, right? just because he's your male friend don't mean that you're going to know everything about him. Right? So I think some women are just so anxious to get married, and somebody asks to marry them, they'll go ahead and marry him. And that's what I think Amy did. Amy, you know, people think their biological clock is ticking. They want to get married. So I think Amy, you know, got the first thing that was smoking. Dwight wanted her. He wanted to marry her. That's what it is. Now, this is my thing right here. They're going through a divorce. They did not sign a prenup, allegedly. So I know in the beginning, Amy said she didn't want no money. That's not why she married him. But me personally, you made me sell my condo. I have a halfway decent car, and you driving Maybachs, Range Rovers, and all the shit that you took me through. Now, you know what? I'm going to need to get me another house. I'm going to need to get me a car. I'm going to need to get me some things. And I'm going to need to get paid for pain and suffering. That's what it is. I'm sure those little people that he's calling over there, those little transgenders, he's paying them. So why can't the wife get nothing? Just saying. Just saying, guys. I'm just saying, if you want to be down low, do it with somebody else. And I don't think that's fair to the women. Because believe it or not, guys, some women don't care if men are down low. They don't care if they're bisexual. But I think as a man, you should tell the woman that you're bisexual and to see if she wants to continue the relationship. That's all I'm saying. Now, they said that it's a double standard because vice versa. If a woman says she's bisexual, the man don't care. The man, hey, there's more for them. They can have some threesomes. So they don't care. And I agree, that is double standards versus a man who says he's bisexual. A lot of women don't want to fuck with him, but there are a lot of women that do. Egypt, Trench and Pep daughter, know that Egypt husband is bisexual. Well, he's saying he don't have any sex or whatever. He don't look at people like men and women and women. But he likes men. He said Egypt doesn't have a problem with that. What's his name from Love and Hip Hop? Y'all know who I'm talking about. The GAY guy. But now he's coming out saying he's not GAY. He says he's bisexual. He wants to have a family. He wants to have kids. So some women will still date him. Love and Hip Hop, what's his name? Zale? What's his name? Vale or Zale? Something. Y'all know who I'm talking about. But the woman he met didn't care if he was bisexual. He had even got that woman pregnant. And then Saucy Santana found out that Zale was really liking the girl, and he went back trying to get Zale back. That's the truth. He went back and tried to get Zale back because he found out that Zale was allegedly having a baby by this lady. So he couldn't have that. So Saucy Santana went back and tried to get Zale back. So women will, if you tell them, they probably will be okay with it. But you got to tell them. Hey, Cynthia, my tea sipper. Hello. Time with Twist says there are so many men on the down low. Yes, they're on the down low. But let's get into Amy here. Amy want to talk this bull crap. When people was trying to tell her about Dwight Howard, she didn't want to hear it. But hey, let's talk about it.
I want a man to provide for me. I want to be an at-home mom. Yeah. We are told like, sack chaser, you're supposed to work, you're strong. But when I sit with my white friends, their mothers was talking about marriage with them at like 17, 18, 19. Okay. They was like fresh out of college, like, where's your husband, Julie? Yeah. Like, you're not working. My Chinese friends, their parents, my Indian friends, their parents like, yeah, she was married at 22. It's normal.
Yeah.
And then when I look at my black friends, we like, I'm gonna hold this nigga down for 10 more years. It's such a weird thing with us. Like, I don't know if it's just a black girl got the strong backbone, but
weird.
When I hang with black women, when we say like, I want a man to provide for me, I want to be at home mom.
Yeah.
We are told like, sack chaser, you supposed to work, you're strong. But when I sit with my white friends, their mothers was talking about marriage with them at like 17, 18, 19.
Okay.
They was like fresh out of college, like, where's your husband, Julie?
Yeah.
Like, you're not working. My Chinese friends, their parents, my Indian friends, their parents like, yeah, she was married at 22. It's normal.
Yeah.
And then when I look at my black friends, we like, I'm gonna hold this nigga down for 10 more years. It's such a weird thing with us. Like, I don't know if it's black girl got the strong backbone, but
weird.
When I hang with black women, when we say like,
let's talk about that, guys. Black women, if we say anything about, that you want to be a stay-at-home mom, you want to be able to raise your kids and things like that. Some men do look at it like that. Now, I'm just being honest. There are not a lot of black men that want to be providers, and that's just my opinion. Now, me, because I've been a single mother before, and I've been married before, and those two relationships, to me, they're the same. Why do I say they're the same? Because I'm still doing what I've been doing, always done. I'm going to never let anyone have the upper hand on me where, you hear horror stories about women that are stay-at-home moms or wives, and they husband have control over their finances and everything like that. And I never wanted to be where somebody tell me what I can spend, what I can't spend, what I can do with money, what I can't do. So that's why I always work to have that. I don't think I can, and I don't want to be a stay-at-home wife and let the man have control over all the money, and I have no say-so about the money. So I'd rather make my own money so I can have say-so about it. I'm not going to move here because this is what he say, because we're living off his income, so I don't have an input or a say. No, I can't do that. And even if it was offered to me to be a stay-at-home wife and he'll take care of everything, no, ma'am. I still would have to have me some income coming in. I can't do that. I'm not going to I will have a joint account just for the bills, but have a joint account, just one joint account, and I put all my money in there. I will not do that either. I can't do it. I'm not going to do it. Now, some people do. They have one joint account and they both work off of that. Now, I don't knock that if that's what you choose to do, but I've heard too many horror stories where the man get mad and leave the woman and clean out the damn bank account. The woman don't have anything. So I would never put all of my money in one account. I'm not going to do that. That's my personal preference. A lot of people do that, and I don't knock you for that. But my trust with men is just non and void. I will never let nobody put no light and gas bill just in their name, and I can't call and see if things are being paid. I can't call and talk about it. No, ma'am. No. I would never move in a house with just the man name on there or just my husband name on there. I can't do that. My name has to be on wherever I'm staying at. My name has to be on it. Light and gas bill, it can go in both of our names or it can go in my name. You won't be cutting off my motherfucking power. I've heard stories where men have cut off the power in a woman's house because they broke up or they getting a divorce. The man go and cut the motherfucking power off. You won't cut no motherfucking power off on me. Or no lights when me and my kids got to be. No. So you have to look out for yourself. And a lot of times we don't. We get too comfortable and complacent where we're not trying to know who name is on the deed, who name is on the lease, all that. We too busy shopping or doing other shit, and we don't know that. Then when something happened, then we left in the dark. No, not gonna do that. But I do not fault nobody who does that. That's just my personal preference and my opinion. Now, if other people do that, that's fine. I have no problem with that. That's why our channel is we all are critical thinkers. We all can have our own opinions about things. You heard EJ say he only dates straight men. Now, that's a problem for me. Why would you only date fucking straight men? So, you mean to tell me that you gonna date a straight man knowing he got a woman, but you want to tiptoe around with somebody, husband or man? That's how people get hurt. So my question is, why would he want to date somebody, from the LGBT community? Why wouldn't you want to date anybody from that? Why would you want to date a straight man? I'm not understanding that. Which makes women put career first so they can provide. Right. I want to be able to provide for myself. You now, I know one thing that Amy said. She said her Caucasian friends, white friends, Indian friends, they all were married at 20, 21, 22, and their husbands are providers for them, right? They are stay-at-home moms or wives, right? But this is the thing. I've heard stories where what if their husband had left them? They don't know how to pay a bill. They don't know who to name the mortgage in. They don't know how to pay a cable bill, how to pay a mortgage. They don't even know nothing. What if that man, suddenly something happened to him and you got to take on the bulk of the responsibility by yourself? You don't even know how to pay a fucking bill. So what would happen? How is that going to work? Hello, Rena Bass. Hello, hello, hello. Let me see. We are taught to not depend on a man. Correct. You're absolutely right, right about that, Jonetta Speaks. Right. I was taught that. And I'm glad I was taught that because, like I said, I've heard too many horror stories where men clean out the bank account or leave the woman, and the woman don't know how to do anything for herself. Or they could suddenly, her husband passed away, and she don't know how to do anything for herself. She don't have any skills, anything, a trade or anything to get out there in the work field and work. So I would not want anybody to have that type of power over me. Thank you for the offer, but no. I don't care if I had to work part-time and do YouTube. I'm going to have me some type of my own income coming in. I'm sorry. I'm going to have me some type of income. You said if EJ dating them, they are not straight. Right, so they would be considered down low. Down low men. Care Bear. Hello, Diana, my T Simper. Hello, hello, hello. You said a man that sleeps with another man is not a straight man. Correct. You're absolutely correct about that. So maybe EJ don't know what he's talking about because you're absolutely right. If he's straight but sleeping with him, he's a bisexual man or a down low man, however we want to spin it. That's what he is. So I'm glad I was taught that way to always have some of your own. And then, guys, I think with me, I have my own. So if somebody if a man wants to give me something, that'll be extra to me. But if I would never like say, okay, I'm gonna be just a stay-at-home wife or whatever, and he gonna take care of me. I've been working ever since I was 12 years old. 12 years old, I've been working. So I've been working ever since I was 12 years old. And I time to time I go look at, hopefully my Social Security will be there for me and my Medicaid. when I get older enough to be, you know. But I should have pretty good money. I've been working ever since I was 12. But you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. And guys, make sure y'all liking the live and sharing the live. And remember, if you're new to my channel, I would love to have you as one of my tea sippers or tea drops, one or the other. You said, me too. I started at 14. Jay was the Jab was the corn. Do you mean Job was the cornfield? Okay, Bernice. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. I've been working, honey. Baby, back then, guys, we had summer jobs that we could do. And my first job was CYD. And the Jonetta Robinson had created CYD because her daughter and granddaughter was unalived by her daughter's husband. And she created CYD, Community Youth Development. It was for black people, black kids, or what have you. And let me tell you something. The things I learned there, I still use them to this day. They taught me how to dress for like the interviews, how to dress for the interviews, how to give eye contact when you're doing an interview, how to set up straight in the chair and look at the person when you're getting an interview. And I still use those things to this day. So a lot that when I was 12, that job taught me a lot about the workforce, right? So every year I would go to that job all the way to I would say 12, 13, I think till I was 14 years old. Because every summer our school would say, okay, they got summer jobs or whatever. We would go apply for them and I would work at CYD. Then after that, I worked at the Boys and Girls Club. So I've always had a job, always from middle school, then in high school or what have you. I've always had a job. Diana Scott, thank you for the $4.99 super sticker. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. So that's just been me. So my kids, they started working at 14 or 15. And my boys are some really good workers. When they get a job, they just stay there. One of my sons was working at he's 31 now. He started working at Syndex, which is Metro Mart, when he was 14 and a half. And he worked that job all the way up until he went to college. Then when he would come home for the weekends or come home from spring break, Christmas break, he would just go back to that job. So he had that job all the way up to while he was in college. He would work part-time. But he didn't work while he was in school. He would work on the weekends. Like during school, no, ma'am. He could work on the weekends and for spring breaks and things like that because I wanted them to focus on school. So they have a good work ethic. My other son, that's going to be 21, he started working at Cousin when he was 14 and a half or 15. And when he comes home from college, he works there. He works there on the weekends and things like that. So they just have that when they get a job, they just keep it. They're not a job hopper. And so they build rapport with their job. So their job, let them, if they come home, they want to work, they can. So, you know, so I'm glad about that. I've been working since I was 14 years old, working for summer programs. I got two $90 checks and a $60 check, and I bought most of my school clothes. With that money, they need to bring those jobs back. Yes, that's what I did with my money too, girl. I bought me some school clothes. Y'all give me 1 second. Okay, so they need to bring a lot of these summer jobs back because, like I said, that job I use. Well, I'm not in corporate America anymore, but when I was in corporate America, I used all those job skills, how to dress and talk and have eye contact when you get interviewed. All of that, I use that in my everyday life. When I was going to go look for jobs. So they should bring those back. You're absolutely right. But Amy, now y'all know Amy has two other sisters, and then her mother, right? So her mother is all of their managers. So Amy has a business. So I don't know if Amy's still doing the business or did Dwight Howard make her quit the job too? He made her sell her condo. So did he make her stop? Did he make her close down her business too? She didn't say that yet. But I know Amy had a business that she was doing because her mother was the manager, and then her sister then was helping her with her business. I forgot what the was, but Amy had money and stuff. She had a business, and her sister then was doing something. I cannot think of it what they were doing, but Amy's business was really had really took off. And I guess she's trying to say in so many words, when she got with Dwight Howard, she had to stop all of that. So yes, I think she should be compensated for that. Now, if they want to say gold digger, whatever, well, that's what it got to be. All the shit that I done put up with this man, locking me out the house, I'm sleeping in my car. No, ma'am. Don't have the code to the gate. No. We had a choice to work or go to summer school for extra credit, but we still got paid for going to summer school. Oh, wow. Okay. Guys, I ain't been on this internet. Hello, everyone. I am DROPTHETEAA, and I thank each and every one of you for coming to my live. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Guys, I kind of look weird because I probably don't have my eyelashes on. But thank you, thank you, thank you for coming to my live. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So, but that's my stance on there about Claressa. About Claressa, y'all. Claressa is she just so we're gonna switch gears for a moment and get onto Claressa. Right now, guys, I don't want anybody, thank you. I don't want anybody to think that I hate or don't like Claressa. I do not condone bullying, harassment, anything of that sort. All I'm doing is simply talking about what Claressa puts out here on the internet. I'm a content creator, so I have to talk about what she's talking about. So that wouldn't be considered harassing anybody. If she's putting the information out here, guys, right? We can talk about it. We have freedom of speech. If Claressa would not put the information out here, guys, we would have nothing to talk about. She putting it out here. She putting her dirty laundry out here, not me. Well, sometimes. Well, let me take that back, guys. Sometimes I do, but I always put my own information out here because let me tell you something. When you're a content creator, believe it or not, people will go. They can find out what your real name is. They will go digging and trying to find shit on you. And then what'll happen is they'll try to put it out here. Like, oh, she getting a divorce. Oh, no, bitch, I already told y'all that. Whatever y'all want to know about me, put it in the chat. I ain't got nothing to hide about my. But some of these content creators are so low down and dirty, they will do that. They'll try to like spray you, like tell everybody this and that about you. So that's why I always get out here. I tell my own business. Because ain't nobody gonna tell it like I'm gonna tell it. So I put my own shit out here. So you do have to, it's a lot of stuff come with being content creators. People could get mad at you and start saying all type of shit about you. So it's a lot. It's a lot, guys. But that's why I try to stay out of drama. I don't be in nobody else's business but mine. That's what I do. Hello, Deborah, my tea sipper. Hello. Time Twist says CS likes the attention. But I found that out, and y'all have already told me too, that Claressa, I forgot the name of the content creator, told her that she got to create drama so that, drama and chaos on Instagram or on these internet streets, right? So that way she'll get a lot of followers and things like that. And that is true. If you come out here with chaos all the time, people are going to follow you. You're going to trend, right? So that's what they're doing. Jonetta Speak said exactly. Her goal is to go viral every day. Yes. But guys, is that worth your legacy? Claressa should have let Layla keep on mentoring her so she will be what she needs to be. Now look at all these other ladies that box. Where are they at? Over there with ESPN and what's the other man name? ESPN and what's his name? ESPN and those other women over there boxing. They got a home where they can box at. They don't have to go from city to city to state. They gonna always fight at Madison Garden, right? So they got that. They have good contracts. Were allegedly, now y'all know we talked about this. Win Record, when we asked, how was Win Records able to give her $8 million? They didn't give her $8 million. They gave her some money up front, $1 million or $2 million. But the contract allegedly is like a loan. So they're hoping to recoup that back from her fights, her brand deals, and other things that she does. But the thing is, where is the fucking brand deals that she not getting no brand deals? Because she is too controversial on these internet streets. She's not likable. She's not approachable. She's not. And whose fault is that? That's hers. If she would just do the right thing, it will be fine. But she doesn't want to do that, guys. She don't want to do that. She wants to do what she wants to do so she can be viral. But she don't understand that she's messing up her reputation, her legacy. And the stuff that I didn't see out here, I wouldn't want to fight her either because you don't know what you're going to get. The stuff she pulled with Franchon Cruz. She twisted her ankles. Her people fell on top of her. Her team got to fight with other people with Claressa team. We don't know if that was a setup, right? Then the people that are sparring with her, she then pulled out a knife on these damn people. So why would I send, if I was a coach and Claressa needed somebody to spar with, why would I send my people out there and they could get hurt? Because if you hit her too hard or you knock her out, knock her down or whatever, she gonna go to her car allegedly and get a knife. So you got to worry about putting your people in danger. No. No, ma'am. So those are two red things. So a lot of people are not going to want to fight with her. I mean, fight with her because you don't know if you're in danger. Because, and then another thing, guys. Now, I know, like in Texas, they got where you can go get the IV drops and get vitamins and all type of stuff, like an IV put in your arm. But it was like our whole team was getting this IV put in, right? I don't know if that gave you some type of superpowers, because Claressa was acting really weird during that fight, guys. Allegedly and for entertainment purposes. I don't know. That's when I seen the IV thing, they were saying they were putting vitamins and stuff up in them. Now, I see that. I'm not lying. So I'm just going to say allegedly and for entertainment purposes. What else was in those IV drops? Now, I know here in Wisconsin, I've been looking for a place because they can give you vitamins and things to hydrate you. I know in Texas they have them where they can get magnesium, vitamin D and C, and some other stuff they could do. But they said everybody from Claressa's camp was getting those IVs, allegedly and for entertainment purposes. But let me see. I think I do got that video. Let me see something. Them getting things done to them. Now, I don't know what was going on with them, why they were getting those things done to them. Now, let me know. Did y'all see that? They were getting things done to them. Here we go. Now, guys, I'm just going to say allegedly. So let's get into this. So this man here, guys, we're going to get into it. As you come in, please hit the thumbs up button. And remember, if you're new to my channel, I would love to have you as a subby, okay? Now, this guy here was saying that they were getting all type of IVs and stuff. So, I don't know. Let me know wherever you live at. Is there a place where you can go and get IV drops done? Let me know.
Who's again? She fought her heart out in a ring where she knew she had no wins. Claressa Shields, they're not the champion. At least not legitimately the champion.
Y'all so afraid of me. Y'all setting the table so bad. I've been dealing with stuff since this fight been announced, bro. I got tested by VADA twice in 1 week, and this bitch S&C coach that she met in October posting her secrets. Come on, let's be real. But it's cool, because what's for me always gonna be for me. No weapon formed against me. Hey, listen. How dare you? That's all I can say. How dare you?
You do know I got the secrets she's talking about, right? Roll them.
What's going on here, guys? They said Claressa Shields' training team juicing them up. A win is a win issue. What is going on here? She said IV infusions for dehydration are generally illegal in professional boxing. Wait a minute. IV infusions for dehydration are illegal. It is said illegal or legal in professional boxing and combat sports, including in Michigan, if they exceed 100 milliliters per 12-hour period. Adhering to World Anti-Doping Agency and U.S. Doping Agency guides, such IV use is prohibited to prevent rapid rehydration after weight gain, which can mask performance. So these Wait a minute. I told y'all I thought she was
Do you want this still right and turn off? Do you think I need it? It wouldn't hurt. Okay. You want to give me both? Yeah. Okay. This one is this magnesium, zinc, vitamin C, B12, B complex. Oh, crap.
Shout out to Franchon Cruz again.
Now they said this is illegal. Now, do y'all think this is illegal at all? That you can get these things done? They're saying some of these are illegal, that you're not supposed to get this done. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the chat. What do y'all think about that? Because if that's the case, then why did Franchon and them team get the same thing? Because like I said, when Claressa came out to that weigh-in, she was acting like she was Hulk Hogan. So maybe, I don't know, maybe give you some type of superpower or super whatever. Because when that whole team was hyped up, so they had infusion. So I don't know. Let me know in the chat if that's what it's supposed to do. Moving on. We can still talk about it and discuss it in the chat. Let me know, guys. Have any of y'all had those done before? I know some influencers I've seen on YouTube, they go get those done. They're not no boxers or anything like that. They go get them done. They said, if they're dehydrated or feeling tired and sluggish, they go get those IV drops done. So let me know in the chat, guys, if any of you or know of anybody who've got those done, or have you got those done yourself? Let me know what do they do to you. Let me know. All right, moving on. Pap is not defending her at all. Pap has never defended her. No, let me not say that. Let me back it up and correct myself. I heard allegedly that Pap hit somebody in the nose with a book or punched them or something because they said that Claressa Shields looked like Serena Williams. Now, that should have been a compliment to her. That people think she's Serena Williams. I'm just saying. That should have been a damn compliment to her. Guys, this nose earring sometimes get on my nerves. I need to take it out and put another one in. But yes, I'll be having some difficulty with this. Pap and Claressa, they are a funny couple to me. They are very funny to me. They just sometimes they act like that they are a PR stunt sometimes. But that's just my opinion. So somebody made a particular thing here. Somebody, all the men that Claressa Shields has been with. So let's take a look at this, guys. Now, allegedly, this is just allegedly. So they said men she beef with. These are all the men she's beefing with right here, right? But these are all the men that she been with. So they said she been with him. This man here. So, wait a minute. So this man here was the one that came from Michigan and moved with her. This was, her friend said, her true love right here. He had a regular job. He was a family man. He just wanted to just be with Claressa. But then Claressa put him out, brung him in, right? So then she put him out, brung him in. And then these two right here are overlapping. The reason that they're overlapping is because Pat was still at Remy house, didn't want to get off the couch. He wouldn't leave. So then Claressa was allegedly creeping around with Maserati Bud when she was kind of dealing with Pat, allegedly. That's what they said, that she was creeping around with him. What do y'all think? Now, out of all these men, I think this man is the one that truly loved her. This one right here. LJ. I don't think he did. I don't think he did. Iffy. He was out for clout and money. These two. No, these three here. They wanted money, clout, and Claressa provides that. So I think in these relationships that Claressa be in, she kind of controls relationships. She try to control these men with money. That's just my personal opinion. I could be wrong. Now we know Claressa got troll pages. Let me see. Somebody said it's a lot of missing that she's been with. She done mess with all her cousin's boyfriend, the Slow family. Oh, I see one, the fourth one. Her cousin's man. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Ooh. Oh my God. Now why would they make a meme like this? Oh Lord. And they said, and got the nerve to talk about Remy. Now, what do y'all think? What do and she done lied on this man, telling this man didn't have no paddings in the gloves. So they're going to sue her. So there's going to be a lot of suits going on, guys. Claressa suing people, the coach suing her, Maserati Bud suing her, and 50 Cent said that she want to sue him, come on with it, so he's going to sue her back. And then she's suing Maserati Bud, and who else is she suing? Somebody else she said she was going to sue. But Claressa brings all this on herself, guys. If she would just not go back and forth with these people, just do her work, come on the internet every once in a while, and that's it. But she wants to come on here every single day and talk her shit. That's what she does. And that's why she has the outcome she does. You said, sounds like everything is a competition for Claressa, even relationships. Yes. You're right about that, Jonetta Speaks. She calling everybody ugly now. She just broke. So I don't know who told her. So let me get into a minute. Let me get into Geisha here. But Geisha had this video out before, and Claressa Shield threatened her with a cease and desist to take it down. And then Maserati Bud called Geisha and asked her to take it down as well. But let's get into what Geisha is saying here about her.
I'm going live about all the drama that's been going on the internet, the receipts that's floating around like a rowboat. When I tell you, I'm loving every minute of it because my platform has been based on exposing her for being a side chick. My platform has been on Claressa
for a while now. I think since ever since the beginning of 2025. Now, when 2024, when Remy Ma exposed that Papoose and Claressa was in each other DM ever since 2020. So I really wasn't on Remy's side in the beginning. I wasn't on her side in the beginning. Then y'all remember I wrote her for speaking on her marriage without knowing the details. So then I started paying attention to Claressa more and more because at the end of the day, she get online, she boasts a lot, and she boasts about a lot of things that she shouldn't be boasting about. And me being from the old school, I just kind of start looking at her in a different light. Now, mind you, I used to rock out with her when she was boxing, when she wasn't doing this Papoose thing, and her relationships was under radar. Like, I didn't know anything about a Tony Rich. I didn't know anything about a Bud Maserati. I didn't know anything about a Papoose until everything hit the fan. All I knew this girl for was boxing, because I used to be tuned in watching her boxing matches. And I was like, damn, this girl could fight. You know, she hit hard. But then when she started acting up and started being a side chick, she made me start paying attention to her stats. I started paying attention to her numbers, and I started seeing smoke and mirrors, and I started feeling like she was overrated. And I just felt like she was just full of crap. And I'm watching something that her fan base wasn't watching. All they saw was the wins. But I also was looking at how some of these wins just seemed rigged, like they was just given to her. But anyway, make a long story short. So let me take y'all back some. I'm going to take y'all back a few. So in February of 2025, somebody got into my DM. And they was like, oh, I see you talking about Claressa and Papoose being together, but let me drop a dime on you. She not really with Papoose, she with Maserati Bud. So I was like, who, my homeboy? She with Mom. So they was like, yeah, that's what she with. You need to cover that content. That content right there is real content. This is what somebody got in my DM and told me. Because 9 out of 10, when you from the 305, you got a lot of people from Dade County that rock out with you. And some of them don't rock out with you, but a lot of them do rock out with you. So whatever is going on in the city, they get in my DM and they drop the tea. So whoever this person was, there was an anonymous person. The page didn't even look real. The page kind of looked kind of fraudulent. It had a couple of pics up, but it just didn't show who the person that was operating the page. So they was like, yeah, that's what it is. You talking about Papoose and Claressa, but you need to talk about Maserati Bud because Maserati Bud is the one that's fucking with her. I say Maserati Bud fucking with Claressa Shields. So then I went to my platform and I did videos and I posted up and I put their pictures on my page. People in the DM was giving me a couple of pictures, but they also told me, go to Claressa Shield clothing page and scroll all the way down, go way back. So this is like, you know, before we even heard about Remy exposing Papoose, they told me to go like way back on the page of the clothing thing. So I did. And that's when I started seeing the pictures of Papoose and Claressa. So when I saw the pictures of Papoose and Claressa, I started posting it to my page. And that's when I said, oh, you know, Maserati Bud is the real one that messed with Claressa. So that's when Claressa got in my DM. Because apparently Papoose, I think at the time, was following my page or was aware of my page or whoever he knows was following my page. And they gave him an ear and say, hey, the girl gets your 305 from Miami is talking about Claressa messing with this dude named Maserati Bud. So apparently Papoose addressed Claressa Shields and say, hey, you fucking with this dude? Now, mind you, he's still in the house with Remy while he putting down on Claressa. He in the house with Remy. He going to sleep with her every night. And this is around the time Remy had already exposed Papoose. So he putting down on Claressa. Claressa's like, no, it ain't like that, whatever. So Claressa gets in my DM and she was like, you don't have no integrity. Why would you put me off on Maserati Bud? Why would you say I'm sleeping with all these dudes? And I say, Claressa, I never said you slept with anybody. And I say, and I might got it wrong that you mess with Maserati Bud. Because somebody came and told me that, but I might got it wrong. That's what I said to her. I might have it wrong that you mess with Maserati Bud. Because normally I get the tea in my DM and normally these people be speaking facts. So she was like, oh yeah, you don't have no integrity and this and that. And I'm going to sue you. And I'm going to sue you. And I was like, you going to sue me? I say, first of all, and she said, I should have sued you when you recorded my cousin and you was talking on the DM with my cousin and you recorded her without her knowing. I should have sued you when you was trolling the girl Nigeria. Now, mind you, Nigeria was her best friend before this other red chick that's tall like her. Nigeria is much shorter than her, but Nigeria is the girl that was at her weigh-in when she had on the Fendi fur coat, and she had on the pink full suit, like camouflage pink suit. So it was like spandex. So she kept calling Claressa a B, and I did a whole commentary on that. Once I did a commentary on that, Nigeria started trolling me. She started coming to my Facebook page, and I think she wanted to cause like a rivalry because she saw the numbers on my page, and she felt like if me and her could get into it, it would help get her numbers up or whatever the case may be. But I wasn't interested in Nigeria. Nigeria to me didn't really have a story. I just saw that she kept cussing, and I was basically saying, what kind of friend will keep calling somebody a B and they keep asking you not to call them a B? But then after I sat down and revamped about what everything I was paying attention to, I was like, if this girl calling her B and she keep calling her B, that means when the cameras is off, Claressa lets her call her a B. So now I'm looking at it as like, okay, Claressa online, she going in on me. She was like, oh, stop trolling Nigeria and this and that. And she going in on me. And I'm telling her friend at the time to stop calling her B. I said, okay, I see what this is. I'm dealing with a bunch of weirdos. So then her energy just made me start paying attention to her more. Not only was she a side chick, and I felt like she was a homewrecker. And this is during the time I only thought like, you know, Papoose and her just got together and she decided to leave Tony Rich. This is before the years had surpassed and more receipts had came out that they've been dealing with each other since 2020. Now, mind you, Remy had stated 2020, but we didn't pay attention to that. We just paid attention to her dropping the dime that they was messing with each other. But I really didn't pay attention to when Remy was saying. Now, Remy diehard fans was paying attention, but I'm not a fan of Remy. So her diehard fans was paying attention. So they knew the tea. Because when you're a fan of somebody, you pay attention to every detail. So
now, why is Claressa Shields getting in people's inbox? I don't understand this. Help me understand, why is Claressa Shields in people's DM? Telling them, oh, I'm going to sue you for this or sue you for that. You can say anybody talking to them allegedly. You can say that. So I'm not understanding that. I'm not understanding that at all.
Oh, I skipped that one. I skipped the 2020. I found out much later when I started seeing her do these interviews, and she started off saying me and Papoose got with each other in 2024. Then she said 2022. Then she said 2020. Claressa kept changing up the years. That's when I knew she was a liar. That's when I knew she had something to cover up. Because at the end of the day, she knew that they went on a verge of attack on Remy. So she didn't want to diminish her character. She wanted people to uplift her, love on her. And she wanted people to say, oh, Remy ain't this, Remy ain't that. Pap stuck by your side. But all along, the characteristic that they was trying to define for Remy was really Claressa's MO. It was a whole trajectory going on. Every time Claressa got on live, she kept ringing my name in her mouth. She was trying to diminish her. She was saying, oh, Pat said she slept with women. But then here it is. I did an interview with your cousin, and your cousin said you and Nigeria were sleeping together. You and your friend girls, you was known that was your MO in Flint, Michigan, to sleep with women. And you was like more of the masculine role. So listen, I got to say allegedly, y'all, but I'm telling y'all, this is what was told to me through family. Family was telling me that she bumped Cat. Okay. So anyway, make a long story short. So she would get online and try to spill all this tea about Remy and try to talk about her character. And then here it is, Papoose sitting on this live eventually comes out because Remy started telling the truth. Like, okay, I know y'all thought we was the black love, but it was Papoose behind all this black love pushing this narrative. And really, I was really providing. It was my money taking care of. And she said it was getting hard on me. And it was stressing me out. She said, even when I was locked up, it was my money that was being used for everything. Okay, bim. So even though we knew he was a part of the Coalition DJ, and Coalition DJ, I tell everybody that is not a career, that is a hustle. When you are in the Coalition DJ, most of the time they piggyback ride off of inspiring artists. So what they do is they build these like conferences and they set it up in whatever state, like Texas or South Carolina, wherever they're gonna have it, and they make these small artists pay this big amount of money for these packages and say that they're gonna be performing in front of AI. 9 out of 10, the majority of these people don't rock it off, they don't take it off. And the DJ coalition, they make all this money off of these people by selling a dream. Now, mind you, they can spin you on the rotation and get you out there. True enough. Any DJs that come together and spin a song, they can get you out there, especially if they come together and they say they want this certain person to blow. But 9 out of 10 selling dreams to a small artist, telling them that they possibly can get a deal with an A&R because y'all done got people together to listen to them, and it ain't guaranteed, and they done spent all this money. You don't know if it was their light bill, they rent money. It's a hustle. Being a coalition DJ is a hustle. Okay, so anyway, make a long story short, that's what Papoose used to do. That's why he had to lean on Remy Ma's revenue. That's why he had to lean on her Federal Reserve notes, because his way of making money came like it was scarce. It was like he make money here, there, if it's a gig, that. It wasn't no consecutive money unless he was doing some under table work, like street work. You know what I mean? Street hustling, and he made money. That'll be different. But from my understanding, Remy was always the one breaking bread. Okay, bim. Until she got sick and tired of it and started dating on the outside with somebody else that was treating her where she didn't have to treat. Okay. So mind you, Claressa Shields and Papoose exposed that they've been dealing with each other 2020. They said it on the Tamron Hall show. They said it on the Sherry Shepherd show. And 9 out of 10, when you listen to Claressa Shields talk, it's like basically she says it, but it kind of sounds like a slip. Because it's several interviews. She said 2024. She said 2022. Then she said 2020. I got in his DM and gave him a ticket. And then Tamron Hall said, well, how long did it take you to know that you liked him? She said, we texted each other for a week and I knew I liked him then. You liked it, a married man. Mind you, in 2020, Remy Ma and Papoose had just bought a home. So that means they was on good terms. So that means if you were DMing somebody's husband and their wife and them just bought a home, that means the wife is unaware that you in this man DM. And then from the text, when we read the text basically say, you said when you get home, you'll call me. You knew you was married before you started talking to me. You could pick up the phone. You say you're not sleeping in the room. And that's the line of every married man that cheat. Every married man that cheat, they quick to tell their side chick, I'm not sleeping in the bed. When naturally, if you just bought that home and that's a brand new house and that's a brand new bed, you ain't sleeping on nobody's couch. You ain't sleeping on nobody's porch. You in that bed, you on his side and she on her side. It's the his and her side. So naturally, he told you that he's sleeping somewhere else and you believed it. And when he didn't answer the phone, that's because he's in that bed. And when he answer the
So this is a timeline thing with Claressa. She can't get her years together. Papoose and Claressa started messing around in 2020. And some people said it's earlier than that, because they're saying that when we had COVID, Remy had got pregnant again and lost the child. So she lies back and forth. So I maybe she don't even know what year they got together in, or maybe she trying to hide that so people cannot see that it overlaps with Remy and Papoose. Now, every time she go to a different podcast or show, so my thing is this right here. She should get the dates together before she go on these podcasts and these talk shows. Or maybe she don't know when her and Papoose got together. Or, like I said, she doesn't want it to overlap. Just say it.
The phone, he got to wait till she knocked out. He slides into the bathroom and then he respond to you. Man, everybody ain't going to keep answering you on every call. Yeah, but you knew you was married. So when you read these texts, and it's online, these are receipts. I'm not making this up. These are online. This is why I'm so hard on her, because she is foul. She is a home wrecker. It's not only about Maserati Bud. It's about all three of these guys that she's been in a triangle with. She's been in a love triangle with three men. Tony Rich, Maserati Bud, and Papoose. This is a triangle.
Well, baby, okay, Claressa. Baby, Claressa ain't the baby. Don't sleep on Claressa. Don't sleep on Claressa. So Pat might be doing something right, but she doing something too. She still, I told y'all, she was still messing around with Tony Rich. That's why Tony Rich don't come out here and say nothing against her. So she's still in contact with Tony Rich. Now we know about Maserati Bud. Did nobody know who he was? And now Papoose. So she got a triangle going on damn self. Just saying. Allegedly.
Angle effect. You hear me? Because mind you, in 2024, before Remy exposed it, she was a whole happy engaged woman posting about her engagement, putting her ring in the camera, doing this all the time.
Guys, did we fuck?
In the camera, showing her ring, bling, 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 bling. Every time I come around, I see they bling, bling, PK ring, bling, bling. Yes, and then also uploaded a video of her in Emerald Green and Tony Rich in Emerald Green, and they're walking over there in Miami, and then they're around their friends, and their friends sitting up on the tents, and while she's sitting down, he takes out the ring, he proposes to her and asks Claressa to marry him. Now, mind you, all this is new. She is an engaged woman in 2024. When Remy Ma exposed her and Papoose, it was 2024. So that means you played on Tony Rich top. You played on Maserati Bud top. He was unaware about a Papoose. So all this is hitting the fan. Then not only that, you had Maserati Bud come to my page and tell me, take that down. But y'all know Geisha 305. A bitch can't tell me to take nothing down. And I don't care how cool I am with you. Maserati Bud is cool as fuck, and that's my dog. But you can't tell me what to put on my post and what to take off my post. And if anybody don't know me by now, you're gonna know today. Especially if you knew over here. I never took it down. So at the end of the day, I felt like by her asking me to take it down, it had to be some truth behind it. And the reason what made me think it was some truth behind it, because when she sent me that cease and desist note, and to find out that it was fake. Miss 1.8 millionaire back then. Not that she wasn't an $8 million woman yet. This is 2024 yet, y'all, before the offer. This was the $1.8 million lady. You mean to tell me you making all these millions and you going online and you screenshot and fake cease and desist letters, and then you filling them out manually and you sending that mess and people email a whole fake cease and desist? This is when I know that it had to be some truth behind this Maserati Bud thing, because if it was fictitious and it was false, that girl would have took me to court for slandering her and everything. Now, y'all see she's so quiet. Y'all know Claressa, she'll get on live and she go in.
Okay, so we got the cease and desist that she did. We got that. But it was a fake one. It was not real.
She gonna talk her talk. If she ain't caught nothing, you gonna see her going live. It won't be me going live. That girl will sit in front of her camera, whether she with her food or she in the gym and she punching on the bag because she mad at the world. But baby, she ain't been talking. And she been typing a little bit, but she ain't been going live really talking. She been tweeting, she been writing, but she has not took the initiative to talk her smack. Like how she talked about that man taking them pads out the gloves, telling my son, oh, he was fighting me, and they took the pad out of the glove, and Derek Santos gave the dude the gloves, and the dude hit me, and he knocked me out because it wasn't padded gloves. But mind you, she had done fought this man 3 rounds that day. So you mean to tell me you ain't feel that the gloves wasn't padded on the first and second round?
So we're moving over to Remember, she's trying to say that the man that was sparring her took the padding out the gloves. That's a lie. She got mad because she got knocked down. And then that's when she went to her car and got the knife, allegedly. Allegedly, and for entertainment purposes. Allegedly.
I'm pretty sure he's a man. He landed hits, so you didn't feel it. But because you swung and he caught you first with an uppercut and you hit the ground and laid on your back like a dead roach, all of a sudden now this man ain't got no pads in his glove. Then you get mad and you so unhinged, you run outside, go to the car, you get a knife, you threaten to cut Derek Santos up. You want to slice this man up because you were sore.
Now, Claressa, you keep saying that you got hands, right? What is you going to your car to get a knife for? To try to slice somebody up? You said your hands. You want to fight man's, remember? So if a man beat you up, that's what you gonna do? You go get a knife? I'm confused here. Because you keep saying your hands are, a weapon. So I'm confused here. So this man that knocked you out because you want to fight men now, right? But my question is, it doesn't matter if the man had padding in or not. You want to fight men. So what difference does it make if he didn't have no padding in? But he said he did. So you don't want the man hitting you with his regular fist. You want him to have padding in there. I'm confused here.
Loser. You're so a loser to anything that you do, baby. And I feel sorry if Papoose walked away from you the day of tomorrow, baby, because you're going to be a sore loser. You like winning by stepping on people's toes. Now, you got a chain reaction out here. Now, not only your coach, even though you was a minor, you was 15, and you was messing with your coach and his wife, and you was living in the house with the coach and the wife. But then...
Wait a minute. She was messing with her own coach, and you was living in the house with him and his wife? Girl, you a horror. Girl. So you mean to tell me you was messing with the coach and then you living there with him and his wife? Girl.
You also stepped on your cousin Shalonda toes and got with Tony Rich. Tony Rich opened a gym in Flint, Michigan. And when he opened that gym in Flint, Michigan, you thought it was wise to go in this man's gym, start buying him some barbells in his gym, start buying punching bags. You start buying all the accessories because that's what you do. You buy men. You a paymaster. And that is...
Wait a minute. Paymaster. Baby, okay, y'all know I'm old school. So a paymaster. So it ain't no trick no more. No, so you don't call the man trick no more. They pay masters now. Okay, let me make sure I note it. Men pay masters. Okay. So you went into Tony Rich gym buying him all type of shit so he can see that you are a sugar mama. No, we can't call you no sugar mama. You are pay masters. So that's how you got Tony Rich. Noted.
Why? Papoose is clean to you right now. He stuck to you like glue because your MO is not because you're sexy, not because you're beautiful, not because you're fine. You take care of your men. You are a nurturer like you, they mama, and they your child. Because that's the only way they'll pay attention to you. Now, mind you, he was paying attention to you with your boxing skills, but he never approached you when he came to that boxing match. It took you to get in his DM and approach him with some tickets, and you made the first move. Because at the end of the day, when we watched that Gilly the Kid and Wallow interview, and Gilly the Kid said, so let us know who made the first move. And you said, I say Papoose made the first move. And Papoose said, no, you was in my DM. You was at me. And then they start laughing, and then you held your head down because you didn't want to look like a thirst trap. You didn't want to be thirsty, but you are. Because anytime a woman reaches out to a married man's DM, all in his DM, and having conversations.
Baby, I'm the prey here. I like to be chased. I'm not reaching out to no man. Look, now I'll make eye contact with you. That's about it. As far as going up to you and all this and that, no ma'am. No. If you don't catch the eye contact, it ain't gonna work. Because I'm not going up to you.
With him, and
I'm not DMing you either. No. If you like what you see, you DM me. That's how that works.
He's a full-fledged married man. You are trifling. We call that in Miami a thought. You is a THOT, and there's no other way to put it.
You're a bot.
That's just what you are. And right now today, you argue people down in the comment section. You back and forth with these people, these women, talking about, oh, y'all ain't never heard of a divorce. A divorce is divorce, girl. So when y'all getting one? Because he ain't divorced yet. We keep hearing about these invisible papers. I'm starting to think them divorce papers is like that cease and desist note you sent me. Fake, fraudulent. Now, Remy say it's up in the air and it's stuck. It's there. But she say it ain't her. That's the hold up. So apparently it's Papoose, because Papoose don't want to end a relationship and jump in another marriage. I believe that once he end this marriage with Remy, he wants to be a single man for a minute. And because he done slipped and promised you while he hitting you from the back, tearing you up, you know, men liable to say anything when it's feeling good. When he doing his motion, he liable to say, I love you, I'm a marry, I want triplets, I want anything. And you going for it. Because after that intimacy is over with, it's still gonna be embedded in your head that he want all these things. And guess what? When he catch his, he gonna forget what he said. Men and women are like apple and oranges. When a man in and he's saying things, he's not likely to remember. But a woman, she gonna remember every detail, because women are emotional creatures, right, and men are physical creatures. So there's a big difference with us. Okay. So at the end of the day, yeah. So right now, you mad at 50 Cent, you mad at Maserati Bud, you keep saying that you finna sue these people. I would love to see you sue these people and they putting up receipts and this is all true. They ain't lying on you. They ain't lying on you, boo. Because when Papoose was out of town, you was flirting with Maserati Bud. Don't act like you not entertained by Maserati Bud. Because since we know Maserati Bud in Miami, we all knew Maserati Bud was known to get money. He just was known to keep money. He always had gear. He always dressed nice. He had his own studio. He had his own studio in Miami before he even started doing the studio up here in Atlanta. And it's crazy to me. All three of your men are up here in Atlanta. All three of your men is in Atlanta. Papoose up in Atlanta. Maserati Bud is up here in Atlanta. Tony Rich done left Flint, Michigan. He moved up here in Atlanta in 2025. Like everybody is up here. And I'm not, and I don't doubt for 1 second that there's a possibility that you could be visiting all these houses. Because see, I got in Tony Rich DM and I said, hey, can I interview you? He was like, nah, you ain't finna make me look like Terry T. I don't know who Terry T is. But at the end of the day, he saw some type of loyalty in you. And I heard he recently started speaking out because of something you said. You tried to play this man. You was like, oh, Tony Rich cool, but he ain't my type. He apparently was your type when you took that ring. He was apparently your type when you was bragging you was getting married to him before Papoose was exposed by Remy. That's when all the gloves was off.
Okay, we're going to stop it there because baby Geisha is going in. Geisha is dropping all the receipts. So, I learned a couple of things about her. I did not know that she was sleeping with the coach. That was a coach with the dirty mattress that let her stay there, but he had a wife. How low down and dirty are you? How sick are you? You are sick. You nasty. You a bot. You a 304. You a horror. Who does that? This woman, nice enough to open up her home to you, and you sleeping with her damn husband, your coach, allegedly, and for entertainment purposes. That's some nasty work right there. Hey, Miss Dee Dee, one tea sipper. You said she's a narcissist who can't keep up with her lies. She's been in everyone's DM. Yes. I think she gets in all these people DM, especially now that she's out here and that she's a quote-unquote celebrity. So now I think she thinks she's good enough to, I think she even gonna try to maybe get with a basketball player, football player, because she thinks she that girl now. Pap blew her head up. That's my personal opinion. Hey, my sweet. You said, wow, remember when she called in and pretended to be someone else? Yes, Sonya. You got to watch her. Now, she has 2 fake accounts. And I wish I had wrote that account down because the girl was like, okay, this is Claressa. These are one of her fake pages. I wish I had wrote down the name that she used under her fake page. Claressa show her messages and they exposed her. Yes, those messages exposed her. So I don't know who told her that was a good idea to show those messages, because you told us, we the people, that you did not know this man, but the messages say otherwise. How did this man know you live at? How did this man have your personal phone number if you don't know him? Just saying. You said she's a liar. You have to make up lies to cover up the other lies. Yes. You said she was trying to hide the dates? Okay, yes. There was something going on with those text messages that wasn't adding up to me. They were not adding up. She was skipping over stuff. I seen her putting her finger over, I think, now that you said it, over the time and date. And she was skipping over some of the messages. She was trying to talk real fast. So I don't believe those text messages. The messages to me exposed her that she was talking to that man. And then people talking about, 50 arguing with women. 50 did not start it with her. She inserted her own self into Papoose and 50 beat. So whatever she gets, she gets. She's on there calling that man all type of bitches and everything. So 50 Cent for to go in on her. He sure is. He finna go in on Claressa. Because she's on there calling that man all type of bees. So let me get into this one clip here. Now she said her and Papoose is in a private relationship.
To be like, we was not supposed to be public. When I met him in July, and then after that, when you get to know a person, I meet somebody in 2024 who you said you ain't even been with. I got a video he sent me back in 2000 and was it 20?
She slid in your DM. Oh, dude, she slid.
Making it seem like I'm somebody that came and disrupted a happy household when I did.
You remember this? Remember she was on FaceTime with you? Remember this? When I'm at the house. Since we gonna play these games. Yeah. Shaking my head. For the streets.
Baby, he said Claressa's for the streets. He said Claressa's for the streets, y'all. Well, this comment says she's not married to nobody, so she can enjoy her life and do what she want to do. That's true. That is true. She can do what she want to do. You're right about that. But she the one out here lying. Yep.
Because she was singing him. Because she was singing him. Stop playing, man. I'm gonna keep releasing videos now.
Why?
We was in a private relationship.
I know, but
and it was like I didn't want it to be like we was not supposed to be public. When I met him in July, and then after that, when you get to know a person, I meet somebody in 2024 who you said you ain't even been with. I got a video he sent me back in 2000 and was it 20?
She slid in your DM. Oh, dude, she slid.
Making it seem like I'm somebody that came and disrupted a happy household when I did.
Guys, so what is the verdict here? Do y'all think Claressa was cheating on Papoose with Maserati Bud? Do you believe the text messages that she showed? Do y'all believe the text messages? Do y'all believe the text messages? Let me see. Claressa knows damn well she can't sing, but I'm waiting to hear this song she made for Pat for his birthday that she's supposed to be releasing. So let me know in the chat that those text messages vindicate her. Do y'all believe the text messages? I don't think that vindicated her at all. It's a lot of those text messages in there where they were going back and forth like they were talking. And then, like I said, he said he went back to his woman. Then she started saying that she was in love with Papoose. But like the man said, he didn't know nothing about a Papoose at all. So, do y'all believe the text messages? Let me know in the chat. Do y'all think Claressa Shields was cheating on Papoose with this man? Drop it in the chat. Let me know. Now, something had happened with Papoose and her friend, because Claressa's out eating by herself. Why is Claressa out eating by herself? She's still in California. So once Papoose got word of those text messages, do y'all think he left and went back to New York, or has he been gone? Because we can clearly see Claressa right here. So 2 days in a row. I think she's eating twice a day. Now, how the hell you drop your fork all on the goddamn floor? She cannot eat properly. Well, I can say the burrito taco was better than this. This ain't bad though. Ain't bad. I don't know why she get on this Beyonce internet and eat like this. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Is this supposed to be? What is this supposed to be? A mudbang or something? I don't know what she. Well, I can say the burrito taco was better than this. This ain't bad though. Ain't bad. Oh my God. All right. She licking her hands. She chew with her mouth open. This is just disgusting. I I don't know. I don't know who the hell want to go out and eat with her. She's so nasty when she. Oh, you said everything she eats looks nasty. Yes. You said she was in the studio a couple of days ago. She needs to learn how to spell or use spell check. Yes. She just, guys, she need to go to some type of etiquette class because she don't know how to eat in front of nobody. And then I wouldn't even get on this her internet embarrassing myself like that. She chew with her mouth open. She put too much food in her mouth. I eat like a little kid, dropping silverware all over the floor, dropping food up all over the table, all out of her mouth. Ugh. I don't know how her friends go out and even eat with her. I don't get it. That's one person I wouldn't be going out to eat with. And then she keep having on this jacket, but everything she put on, she got this jacket on. This jacket here, she have it on while she's out there in LA. I don't know if it's a shirt or a jacket. She have it on with everything.
50 Cent accusing her of stepping out on Papoose with Maserati Bud. Claressa said flat out, "This must be a new level of fame when people start lying about who you're intimate with." She compared it to Beyonce's stardom and said 50 is clearly losing his mind. Okay, so Claressa Shields just responded to 50 Cent accusing her of stepping out on Papoose with Maserati Bud. Claressa said flat out, "This must be a new level of fame when people start lying about who you're intimate with." She compared it to Beyonce's stardom and said 50 is clearly losing his mind. Okay, so Claressa Shields just responded to 50 Cent.
She got this jacket on with everything. I don't know why she's doing that. So we got a new meme of Claressa Shields, guys. We got a new meme of Claressa. So 50 has put Claressa Shields on his shirt. This is Claressa and this is Pat. Now, do I think Claressa was messing with Maserati Bud? Yes. Might wasn't none serious. They might have been each other's sneaky link or whatever. But I do think she know this man, and I do think they was messing around. It's just my personal opinion. I think they were messing around. Put it in the chat, guys, if y'all think that they were messing around. Let me put this up here. So she's online again, guys, running her mouth. Pat must have got mad and left.
Why isn't she offline with Papoose if it's really that serious? It is giving trouble in paradise, you guys. It is giving trouble in paradise. So first we're going to get into what Claressa Shields said about a user that, in relation to Geisha 305. So she was going back and forth with somebody, and she had left the comment, "You look just like Geisha, ugly, hating, ASS with laughing emoji." And here's the thing. Nobody is calling Geisha 305 ugly. Like this is what I'm saying with Claressa Shields. It's like she either attacks people's looks or accuses people of being broke. Like there is no other argument, right? She's trying to come for people's looks and call them ugly, or she calls people broke, right? And you have no access to nobody's finances or nobody's financial information to know whether somebody is broke or not. And you all of a sudden trying to call somebody ugly after all of the, you know, things that you've experienced is very rich. Why is she online like this? Why isn't she offline with Papoose if it's really that serious? It is giving trouble in paradise, you guys. It is giving trouble in paradise. So first we're going to get into what Claressa Shields said about a user that, you know, in relation to Geisha 305. So she was going back and forth with somebody, and she had left the comment, "You look just like Geisha, ugly, hating, ASS, with laughing emoji." And here's the thing. Nobody is calling Geisha.
Well, let's stop it there. Now, y'all know if people go online talking about Claressa and her fucking looks, then everybody want to say something. Now, she called Tasha a bald-headed, and now she calling Geisha ugly. Claressa, you do not look good, huh? You do not look good. So I don't know why you coming on this Beyonce internet calling people ugly. When people start calling you that, you're going to say it's harassing and bullying. No. Nope. You say the text messages let you know, yep, she been messing with that man. They might not been that serious, but maybe they was each other sneaky link, or however you want to put it. Those text messages, if you did anything, hurt her because you should have just kept to the story. You didn't know the man. No, you want to go out and bring text messages between you and him. You know him quite well, Hunt. You know him quite well. And when Papoose gone to New York, I think he was messing with that dude, Maserati Bud. So, you know, I don't think that's why you want to make it a big thing about Papoose going, because you got options. You got Tony Rich here in Atlanta. And you go over there and mess around with him as well. And he ain't gonna say nothing because he wants you back because he didn't fail the fuck off. So you drop him a couple of dollars, he gonna be good. Just saying. Because why did Tony Rich move to Atlanta? Think about it, honey. Think about it. You said paper trail? Yes. All right, guys. We've been on here for going on almost 2 hours. And I need to go cook me something to eat. But if any more tea come out, guys, I will bring it to you. Also, I'm going to let y'all know about the Blueface fight. I'm going to let y'all know who won with that, because I didn't see that yet. So I'm going to let y'all know who won with Blueface. And then let me also see what other tea is out here in these streets. All right, guys. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. And make sure if you didn't hit the like button on your way in, please hit it on your way out. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Good night, good night, good night.